College basketball fans all know the big-name schools that are expected to make deep runs in the tournament come March. But it's the mid-majors that usually provide the added excitement we all love. Our experts Julian and Steve Normington are here to take a closer look at what to expect this year from the mid-majors. Now guys, let's start with the conferences. Besides the Atlantic 10, who obviously have the powerhouses like Butler, who do you think is the best conference in the mid-majors?
For me, it's the Mountain West. I think that last year, of course, they were the best of the West, being better than the Pac-12 actually. But this year, they have a ton of good teams again. San Diego State is ranked 18th. Of course, they have Anthony Bennett coming in, who's the top 10 recruit, and he scored 22 points in his first game and was unbelievable, even though Mike Moser, who's been their double-double machine, only poured in 2 points and had 12 rebounds. But then we've got schools like San Diego State, Nevada, and Colorado State as well, who all have the ability to make it to the tournament.
I can agree with you there, Steve. Very good teams in that conference. But I'm going to go with the Missouri Valley. Missouri Valley set the precedent in 2006, getting 4 teams from a mid-major conference to get to the tournament. Their commissioner, Doug Elgin, his 23 years there, has done great things for this conference. They have one of the largest conference tournaments, which they call Arch Madness, in Scott Trade Center, St. Louis. Great players like Doug McDermott, very high-Q, talented basketball players, good coaches. All around, this is a great mid-major league.
I like that pick too. I mean, Wichita State lost a ton of talent last year, but they have great recruits, so it should be interesting to watch.
And then look at Illinois State and Northern Iowa can make noise this year in that conference.
You know what? Both great conferences. Love seeing teams like that get deep into the tournament. But let's talk about those individual teams here. Which mid-major team do you guys think has the best chance to make a deep tournament run?
I'm going to go with Davidson out of the Southern Conference. Davidson last year went 25-8 and won the conference, 16-2 in conference play. They're returning the SoCon media and coaches players of the year, respectively, in Demon Brooks and Jay Cohen. 2 big men that are some of the best in the country, like a big man tandem. J.P. Coolman and Nick Cochran are some great guards in major conferences. They got a great coach in Bob McKillop. I see the Wildcats probably can run the table in the SoCon again, and if they get there, they can have a big run. These are the guys that came off of the 08 Elite 8 run, and these are the guys that McKillop recruited, and now it's their time to shine at Davidson.
Davidson is certainly a great team, and I'm very excited to watch them this year. But the team that I'm going to pick is out of the Patriot League, Bucknell, not Lehigh, because I think that Lehigh doesn't have enough big men to win the league this year, and I see them as a one-league team with Bucknell getting in. Mike Muscala is going to be the difference there. Top 25 center for the past 2 years. Has been averaging almost 20 and 10 since his freshman year. This guy is incredible. He can shoot 3-pointers, great post moves. He can do anything. And also you have the emergence of Stephen Casper and Cameron Ayers running the point guard that have just been spectacular. And I think we'll get to see a great game at them playing Georgetown at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, you know what? Muscala and Joe Willen make a great front court there. Lots of returning starters on both teams. That experience might be what gets them deep in that tournament. But last one here, let's talk about the coaches of these teams, because they may not have the exciting schools to get there, but which coach do you guys think is the best in all of the mid-majors?
Shaka Smart is the obvious choice for me. He's won 75% of his games. You can't argue against that. He's brought a team to the Final Four, and then losing almost all the starters gets them back to this tournament. Wins the Colonial, unlike the previous year. He's just incredible. With that Havoc-style defense, they've set records for the Colonial in steals and a bunch of other categories that we just haven't seen. He's incredible. His passion for the game, as well as turning down Illinois' huge contract to stay at a small school. You've got to love that.
He's a good coach. I'm also going to go with a coach who's turned down big offers. And Bob McKillop with Davidson. He's been there for 23 years. Consistency out of him. He's taken his team to 5 NCAA tournaments, 4 NIT appearances. He's had players like Stephen Curry and Brendan Winters, who have been players of the year in SoCon. He has another great team this year. And one of the best things about McKillop is he's graduated 95% of the players that have come to this university. Important student-athlete aspect, and he wins, and he also graduates players. Bob McKillop, one of the class acts of college basketball.
2 of the better coaches, a guy who brought Butler into the higher ranks, really barely considered a mid-major at this point, one of the more well-known teams now in college basketball. But that's all the time we have here. Coming up next, our college football experts have a lot to discuss after Texas A&M knocked off Alabama from the top spot in the BCS. Find out what that loss means for everyone else after the break.